night was dark, and the storm howled with the fury of 1,000 banshees as the Johnson family drove through the desolate backwoods of Maine. Rain pelted the windshield, a cacophony of drops that drowned out the old car's groaning engine. Suddenly, a deer leapt from the shadows, its eyes reflecting the headlights like tiny moons. The car swerved, tires screaming against the wet pavement, and then impact. Miraculously, they all survived the crash. The car was totaled, but they were alive, just shaken. With no cell service and no one in sight, they decided to walk to the nearest town, each step squelching through the mud. As they trudged along, the rain ceased, but a new horror unfurled in its place. The eldest son, Mike, was the first to go. A scream tore through the night, and when the family turned, they saw only blood where he once stood, his body dragged into the underbrush by something unseen. Panic set in, but the need to survive drove them forward. Next was Emily, the youngest. Her terrified shriek was cut short, her figure disappearing into the darkness as if snatched by the night itself. Only her shoe remained, soaked with blood. The mother, Jane, was next. She felt a cold, unnatural touch on her shoulder. She turned only to see a creature, its eyes hollow pits of darkness, its form a shifting shadow. It didn't speak, but its intent was clear. She ran, but not far enough. Her scream was the last they heard from her. Now only Tom, the father, was left. His heart pounded in his chest, each beat a drum of dread. He stumbled through the woods, branches clawing at him, the air thick with the stench of decay. He could feel the presence of that thing, the hunter, in the dark, its breath like the chill of the grave. Finally, he collapsed at the edge of what he thought might be the town, but instead he saw the road where they had crashed, the mangled car still there, untouched by time or weather. Then it dawned on him, a revelation as chilling as the touch of the creature. They hadn't survived the accident at all. They were dead, all of them, and this night was not a journey through the woods, but a descent into hell. The creature wasn't hunting them, it was herding them, guiding them to their eternal torment. As Tom lay there, the creature materialized before him, its form now clear in the moonlight. It was a demon, its face a grotesque mask of malice. "Welcome," it hissed, "to your new home." The realization was too much. Tom screamed, not with his voice, but with his soul, as the demon took him, not to kill, but to claim, to ensure his endless suffering in this new, nightmarish reality, where the car accident was but the beginning of their damnation. And so the night stretched on, with no dawn to end the horror, the Johnsons forever locked in a cycle of their final, fatal night, hunted by the demons of hell.